I have invented a new way to play Honkai Star Rail, and it comes in the form of a Nuzlocke. Now, I know what you might be thinking. People have already done this idea before, and this doesn't really work. Well, I'm here to tell you, I fixed all of the problems that these Nuzlockes have. But what is the problem? New accounts. Every HSR Nuzlocke starts the same way. You make a new account, do a few polls, and try not to die. But that entire process is the problem. The gacha system in these games make it really hard to do any proper Nuzlocke, solely for the reason that you can't get characters as much. Just look at why Pokemon Nuzlockes work so well. You can get Pokemon left and right for free with no charge, but with gacha you're limited because of the pull mechanics. So, how do we fix that? Well, we use your current, already established account. HSR makes things easy for us. In a very simple and easy-to-use way, I present to you the holy grail of endgame content in Divergent Universe. Real quick, before I continue, if you guys enjoy seeing content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, as this is my first HSR content and I would really like to do more. That being said, what makes Divergent Universe so good, and how can we make a Nuzlocke out of it? Well, if you have a long-standing account, then you've amassed a lot of characters over the years, and most of the time it is hard to find ways to use them, especially after they drop out of the meta. Well, Divergent Universe makes things easy by leveling all your unleveled characters for you, traces, and even light cones. There's also preset relics they offer, but if your account has been on the relic grind, like mine, then you've already amassed a large sum of relics. And on top of all of that, Divergent Universe gives us difficulty levels that you can swap between if you have trouble with your max difficulty. And it's perfect, honestly, it's really perfect. Now, basic rules. This is something very important to any Nuzlocke, and it wouldn't be a Nuzlocke without one. So, permanent death. A classic rule, but what does it mean for us? If any characters die during the run, they're gone for good. You can't reset the battle to get them back, and if you want to reset the battle, then you have to swap them off your team. This creates difficulty. Now, when it comes to character swapping, yes, you have all of your characters on your account available to you, and you could easily just lock in any character you ever wanted, but here's the catch. We introduce randomization of character collection, and you can only swap between this limited roster of characters in the run, giving you more unique teams and more unique ways to play the game. Like, I am not joking, when you end up getting a character you want that could fit in your team, it feels so good. So if I can get Firefly here, it would be honestly perfect to run. Wait, actually? Let's go! Oh my gosh, wait, that's so perfect! You'll gain a total of 12 characters throughout the run, starting with 5 and making it 6 before the first boss. To also not make it impossible, you're guaranteed 1 sustained character at the start. I set this up by making 2 randomizer wheels, one with all my characters and one with just sustains. So if I don't roll a sustain in the first 4, I can now roll on the sustain wheel. Now, I know, you don't want to roll Arlon and have to bring him through the run. Or maybe you rolled your E6 Yanqing that you can never find a reason to use. I got you with rerolls. You can reroll any character you like, as long as you have the attempts to do so. You gain attempts at the start of the run, and if you can beat a boss or clear round 2 of a conversion domain. This applies a very simple buffer for you to reroll any characters you absolutely despise. Or you could honestly just take them off the wheels, it's not that hard. But you're missing out on a lot of fun. So with all of the ground rules being said, here is a map I created of every floor and when you gain characters and rerolls throughout. I will also leave the rules in the description for anyone who wants to review the rules and try it for themselves. Now, before I go through a run, if you find this idea cool and want to share your runs, you can find a link to my Discord in the description as well. So, let's get started into a run. After a few shuffles, I pulled my first character, giving me a solid sustain to work with, following up with a not-so-bad DPS. Now, if I can just get a buffer, I should be good. Oh, Well, I still have 2 more, so maybe... Nope, reroll. Okay, this is fine. I can just use a break DDS. Oh, wait. Never mind. I'll just see what my last roll is, and just maybe... Oh. Well, at least it isn't preservation. So after going over what I had and refining the builds on them, I went into the run, grabbing a daytime buff and not so great equation, some curios and blessings. I waited the first battle with no trouble, collecting blessings along the way, and picking up some more curios. I was then given the last chance to get a good unit to pull, a proper team together, and another DPS for the pile. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to make do. After using the workbench to change out my equation and blessings for better ones, then swapping out Dr. Ratio for QQ for an easier weakness break, this fight actually went better than expected. QQ and March were putting out a lot of damage, and Gallagher was keeping everyone alive. I started to feel much better about the run. After claiming my rewards in a new reroll attempt, I continued onward, grabbing some more blessings along the way. Then I had more rolls to do for characters. Surely this time I'll get something. Another DPS. Like, what is this? I already have 5. Just give me a support. I beg of... Close enough. At least now I can run 2 sustains. I went into the conversion, and I ended up not doing enough damage to clear for another reroll. I then embraced my QQ side and hit the slot machines before the next roll attempt. I can feel it this time. Okay. She can go with the rest. So I moved on and saw Sparag waiting for me. So Nina, remind you, has fire, lightning, and wind weakness. I only have 2 characters who can break him, Blade and Gallagher, and I guess March. But still, this was not ideal. So after some workbench enhancements, I went into the next fight with a little less confidence. After a long fight and a very close call, I made the decision to reset the fight before anyone died. And this was also really good because I saw Berserk starting to creep up. The second time around, I started to manage my equation better since it was doing all the damage to the boss. Now all I can do is play it safe and not die. Oh, that's not good. I mean, Gallagher's got this, right? He can solo sustain. Never mind. And with that, it was over. There is no way out of this. I lost my sustain, and I can't see any of my other DPS being able to beat this guy. So I guess this is the end. Or is it? I honestly forgot I had this curio and thought the run was lost. I could have just skipped the boss if I remembered, but instead I lost 4 of my characters. After a long look at what I had to work with, I needed to rely on the next few rolls and just hope that I can get a new sustain. So after some more gambling, I pulled the unthinkable. What the frick? Okay, and maybe my luck can still change. Never mind. I'm screwed. All I have to do is stay alive through the conversion, and I'll be fine, right? I'm so doomed. I have 3 characters, all of which do not go well together. My only hope now is the last roll of the run. They could hopefully pull this ragtag team together, but with my luck of DPS after DPS, I have no hope left. This is it. This is the end. Hold on a second. This might work. I might be able to hold my own now. I can do this. I won out. Let's just get it over with and see how far this takes me. You can kill me anytime now, Hule. Just pull the trigger and go super speed. To my surprise, though, this team actually held their own against the boss. Yeah, they didn't get past phase 1, but they did last longer than expected. But the important thing is this entire run was a roller coaster of fun. Yeah, I still lost, but I ended up further than expected, and the different characters genuinely surprised me. Overall, it's a fun new way to play Divergent Universe with a new look. I don't think I will ever go back to playing normally, but it allows me now to have fun with all my characters, old and new, giving me a new look on how to play this game for fun. and not for meta. If you guys made it to the end of the video, please leave a like if you enjoyed it. And if you would like to see more, then go ahead and subscribe, as I'm still a bit new to longer content on YouTube. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you around.